Hi, my name is Brian, and today I'm going to teach you how to drive. But first, we must learn all the ins and outs of operating a motor vehicle. And the most important thing is figuring out our seating position, because if we're not comfortable when we drive, then we're not driving safely. Now, a lot of people prefer to drive like this. But this doesn't work for everyone. And I have to tell you, this is not my preferred seating position. Other people like to drive like this. This is how I usually prefer to drive, as it makes sure I am safe and secure, and when the airbag goes off, there's more surface area, so it hurts me less and I get hurt less. Now, the next thing we need to do is learn how to make sure the exterior of our vehicle is safe. Okay, now that we are on the outside of our vehicle, we need to make sure... Dang it. Okay, now that we are outside of our vehicle, we need to do a number of things to make sure we are operating our motor vehicle safe. Car's making noise. Are you still rolling?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, now that we are outside of our motor vehicle, we need to do a number of things to make sure we are operating safely. One of the first things I like to do is adjust my mirrors, because as you can see, in their default... Dang it! Stupid car! I'm gonna bleep that out. I'll bleep that out. Okay. Now that we are outside of our motor vehicle, we need to do a number of things to make sure we are operating safely. One of the first things I like to do is adjust my mirror. As you can see, in the default position, the mirror is almost completely perpendicular. Dang it, I've screwed up the line! Okay. Don't be crazy. Okay. Now that we are outside of our motor vehicle, we want to do a number of things to make sure we are operating safely. One thing I like to do first is make sure I set my mirrors. As you can see, in their standard position, they are almost completely perpendicular with the vehicle. So what I like to do is just push them inwards. Now I can see them a lot better from the inside, and I don't have any blind spots on the outside. The next thing I like to do is check my tire pressure. The first thing I do is take my finger and I press down on the tire. If the tire doesn't move, my tire pressure is set correctly. The next thing I like to do is check the tread. If I can stick my finger in there and not see my fingernail, then the tread is fine. Now, if you have longer fingernails, your tread might be worse. But what I like to do is just trim my fingernails, and it's all good. Okay, as we make our way around the vehicle, we just check each tire and this one. And I also like to check my gas levels to make sure that I have plenty of gas for where I'm going. So I can see in there, and I can touch a little bit of it, and it looks like it is almost completely topped off. And then now that we're over here, I'm going to check this mirror too. Just push it on in like that, and check this tire as well. Okay, now that we have done this, we can go back inside the car and actually learn how to drive. Okay, now that we are back in the vehicle, we need to make sure that our rear view mirror is set correctly also. And for me, I need to move it all the way to the left and down. Now I can see perfectly out of the back window, and I know if anyone's behind me. The next thing I need to do is buckle up. Always make sure you buckle up before you start the vehicle. Now that I am buckled up, we are ready to drive. I'm going to press down on the clutch pedal. I also have my foot on the brake for safety. And now I'm going to start the engine. Now that the brake is off, I can move forward freely and safely. And because I made all the other checks, I know that I can drive safely and with confidence.